Hello, how to move on from your ex, right? And this is a very, big topic nowadays because, my generation, that is Gen Z, they've started dating very recently, right? And I mean, like the younger Gen Z, right? Like the 2008, 2009, 2007 and stuff, like they've gotten into the dating market very recently. And by now, a lot of us have had our first relationship. Now, of course, there's a lot of people who haven't had their first relationship too. But a lot of guys I know have had their first relationship. In fact, they're on their third relationships, right? But they're still broken over the first girl. So how do you get over your ex? And this is gonna be a no bullshit guide, right? No bullshit guide. This is gonna be like a straight to the point thing. You can take actionable steps right now. So the first step is to cut off contact. You need to absolutely cut off contact with your ex. See, I mean, you could also not cut off contact and you could still follow the other steps. And eventually it would work, but it's gonna take a lot longer than if you just cut off all contact. And from all contact, I mean, delete all our pictures, right? I mean, this is what I did, right? If you want to keep the pictures stashed somewhere, maybe on like a pen drive or on your PC or your laptop, you can do that. But make sure you don't have them accessible somewhere on your phone or something that you won't come across every day, right? Do that. And block her from all your social media and stuff like that. That's what I did, right? So the reason why I'm telling you to block her and take these extreme measures is that so that you don't see her in your everyday life, right? Because the more you see this person in your everyday life, the more you're going to think of them and the more bad you're going to feel. See, getting over an ex is like getting a wound, right? So if you ever played football, soccer, right? And if you ever gassed your knee on the grass, if you ever hurt your knee, right? And after a few days of after you got the wound, around a week later, it gets this black, it gets like this black covering, right? And then as a kid we used to try and remove this, right? And the thing is that it used to be really fun to remove it, but when you remove this, it's gonna take longer to heal, right? It will take longer to heal. And by doing that, right, by going back to your ex, by seeing pictures of her, by seeing her name appear again and again and again on your phone, by seeing her on her stories and stuff, you're picking that wound. You're messing it up, right? When you mess it up, it's gonna take longer to heal. So yeah, cut off all contact. That's the first step. Block her on everything. Maybe delete her number, block her on WhatsApp or whatever, but make sure you're not gonna see her or any traces of her in your everyday life for at least some time, for like a few months, right? Okay, that's the first step. Now, the second step, this is the most crucial step, right? Like if you don't follow this step, you might just click off this video. I mean, it's not even worth it, right? So this step is called find or hunt, right? It's called find a new prey. Right now, like chill. Right? It's a concept, right? So I like to view dating as a man as hunting, right? Like hunting for women, like stuff like that. I know it sounds kind of corny, but that's what I like to call it. So hunt, right? Is to go on a new hunt. Always, because the only true way to get over your ex is to start dating again, right? You're gonna feel like shit for the first 2 months. You're gonna feel like, oh my god, I can't think of any other girls, right? I'm not gonna look in the direction of any other girl. But you absolutely need to start dating again. And you might be like, okay, but I don't like get crushes on other girls anymore. Is that true? See, actually that was true for me. But a lot of guys, it's actually not true for them. Like they can easily get crushes on other girls too. But if this is true for you, if you cannot get crushes on other girls, the truth is, that you need to force yourself, right? So, I broke up with my ex around a year back, and till like around Feb, even March, I'd say I was broken, bro. Like, even after April, it was so hard to not think about it. I was legit depressed for the entirety of summer, also. This summer, yeah. And how did I get over her? It took a year, more than a year, nearly like 1 year and 6 months, right? And this feeling wasn't going away. So what did I do? I went out and I started talking to other girls. I started flirting with them forcefully, and eventually it made me feel better. It actually made me want to flirt with them. It made me get crushes on them, and that's the beauty of the human mind. If you take an initiative to heal it, it will heal, it will bolster its healing. So that's the truth. Go and hunt again. Go flirt with other girls. Do it forcefully. Cold approach other girls, right? Cold approach them on the bus. Cold approach them when you're on a walk, stuff like that. The third step is to forgive your ex. A lot of guys can't do this, right? This is gonna be like the hardest for a lot of guys, right? Because guys hate forgiving their exes, right? They're just like, she gave me so much pain, why must I forgive her? But brother, the truth is that maybe she didn't intend to give you so much pain. And even if she did, right? Even if she's like, okay, fuck him, I hate him. It's okay, bro. Sometimes you just need to forgive and forget. Because we have a short life, right? You can't hold grudges for everyone. So yeah, forgive her. I'm gonna make a forgiving guide very soon. How to forgive your enemies and how to forgive your ex. Other than that, stay smiling, stay healthy, and do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.